Hello again. Today is the second of 3 parts of a video series exploring the different participants of the SubQuery network. And today we're talking about consumers, the largest body of participants in our network. We're going to talk about how consumers interact with SubQuery, how they make requests, and what other functionalities that they can take advantage of. So, the SubQuery network is all about consumers. And in summary, consumers will make requests for specific data from the SubQuery network, and they will pay for those requests in our SubQuery token. SubQuery token is the means of payment in the SubQuery network. Each indexer will advertise their prices when registering the ability to service a particular SubQuery project. And consumers will have to lock the tokens necessary to make their requests, which will then be unlocked in a microtransaction. So, how do consumers find indexes? Well, we're going to have some indexer discovery. We're going to track the project hashes, the endpoint URLs, the current blocks, and performance reporting about the indexes. These service reports will be provided by consumers when unlocking their micropayment transactions in the payment channel. And by recording and aggregating this data, we're going to encourage indexes to be faster and better, which is beneficial for consumers. SubQuery is intended to function as a marketplace where both consumers, the buyers, and indexers, the sellers of their data, can meet to exchange SubQuery tokens in exchange for that data. However, there's a lot of upfront costs that indexers have to incur before they're able to sell data. They have to take in a SubQuery project, they have to index it, they have to acquire the necessary infrastructure. There's a lot of upfront cost before they can start making money off that SubQuery project. So what we do is plan to implement a market mechanism that allows consumers to signal that there will be demand for a SubQuery project, and that project will likely be profitable. And what that will do is encourage indexers to index that. So we're calling them purchase orders. And essentially a purchase order is an on-chain contract that says that a consumer promises to buy a certain volume of data from a SubQuery project if an indexer fulfills it. So each purchase order includes the SubQuery price per request in SubQuery token, the number of requests that consumer guarantees, the advertising period, how long that a purchase order can remain on market for, and then the lifetime. Once that purchase order is accepted, how long does the consumer have to take advantage of it? And an indexer can see that, and they can choose to accept that. And if they accept that, the consumer has the right to purchase the amount of requests that they contracted at the price that they wrote down over that time period. And the indexer will have confidence that they will at least be rewarded in a certain level of revenue. So if the consumer doesn't use all the requests that they've promised, the indexer will receive the remainder of that money, of that SubQuery token at the end of the period. If an indexer does not accept the purchase order, it might be unrealistically low, or the data is so difficult to obtain. The money will be returned back to the consumer at the end of the advertising period, minus a small burnt amount, and that's to discourage unrealistic purchase orders being put on chain. So a purchase order can also either be open or closed. Generally be closed, so when it's closed it means that the first indexer that accepts it has exclusive ability to fulfill it. But if it's open, it means that once the first indexer is accepted, any other indexers can also come on board and join that purchase order, can participate in that pool. And they can compete to fulfill the number of requests in that purchase order at that low price. So these purchase orders give confidence indexers that there is a market for that data for a particular SubQuery project, and essentially signal to them that it's worth indexing this data because there will be some rewards at the end of it. Purchase orders can also be placed on existing SubQuery projects where there already is an indexer fulfilling data. It might be the case that indexer has been uncompetitive, is engaging in monopolistic behavior, and so as a consumer you can put a purchase order on that and encourage more indexers to fulfill and to compete, to lower those prices and to become a more competitive market. So purchase orders are extremely powerful in terms of concretely signaling that there is expected rewards from a particular subquery project. So, in conclusion, consumers will drive demand in the subquery network by locking away subquery tokens and paying those in exchange for data from indexes. They have the ability to set purchase orders, to maintain and to attract indexes to fulfill certain data requirements, and they can discover indexes using our advanced indexer discovery processes. I hope you've enjoyed this summary, and tomorrow we'll be talking about the third and final participant, delegators. Thank you.